Alright guys, we're back with some more 8th anniversary content, and I'm going to be letting you know who you should pick up with your premium Dragonstone if you decide to buy the premium Dragonstone pack. So if this video is helpful to you, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and if you've already bought the stone pack, let me know who you picked up down in the comments. Now this stone pack has been here since the anniversary started. I was actually going to make this video like almost a week ago, but I've been extremely busy. So we're doing it now. Of course, with the way this works, if you want the pack that has the 3 characters, you're going to need to pick up 3 times to get 3 of the premium Dragonstones. If you want the characters that have 2 in them, you'll need to get it twice. And if you want the singular ones, then of course it's going to cost you 1. Now, of course, the older and kind of worse of the unit is, of course, they are valued at 1. And then the ones that are a little bit more recent with the 2s, and the more premium ones that contain 3 are going to cost 3. And we're going to run through them and kind of give you the value of each of them and my opinion, yes, my opinion, on ones that are actually really value for money, because it's not only is this value for stones, but this is also value for real world money as well. So you want the bang for your buck. Now, one thing I will say, with Dokkan being a single player game and also collection purposes being involved, if there is a pack or a singular character, or even if you do buy all 3 and you decide to go for a pack of 2 and then a 1, by all means do that. And if there are units here that you want that you do not have, then go for them first. And then if you just want best value for what you can get in the game. So starting off, we have the Rose and Zamasu, and then the Easy A Strength Rose, and the base side banner Goku Black. This one's not too bad, I'm not gonna lie, because Rose and Zamasu are still a very, very good Easy A LR. Not to mention, Rose and Goku Black units and Zamasu units do not have a 200% lead yet. So that is a possibility for the future. You never know, maybe we could see it for worldwide. I personally hope so. They don't have a 200% lead yet, so they will get better. Like I said, Rose and Zamasu are still one of the best Easy A LRs in the game. Easy A Rose is very good, especially if you do get the finishing blow. However, if you don't get it, he's still solid, but he is lacking a little bit of oomph. And this side banner Goku Black is okay, he's a good spot. Other than that, neither here nor there. So the value is definitely there, but kind of like your bare minimum if you're going to be spending, which is not cheap, 3 of the premium Dragonstones. Then we have Mighty Mask, or LR Goten and Trunks, Strength Ultimate Gohan, and the Strength Goten and Trunks, which I'd say avoid this one. I mean, unless you really want these, there's some favorite characters involved, or you're missing them and pick them up. Strength Ultimate Gohan can be amazing, but is highly reliant on picking up an additional super, and then potentially one from the Duke system, and his guard activating, which is only a 50% chance to do so. Other than that, you're not using these 2, and you're not using LR Goten and Trunks. They're not bad. They've certainly aged quite a lot. You could probably get some use for them out of Super Battle Road or ESBR. Other than that, not so much. But I guess if you're missing them, not bad of a pickup. Following them, we have the Easy A LR Bojack, Easy A Turles, and Thouser. This guy's just straight cheeks. Like, immediately brings the value down. Bojack's still really good, but Bojack really does need another Bojack unit to go with him. So when we may get a new Bojack, like a standalone full power Bojack, we have no idea. It's definitely possible. It's definitely going to happen at some point. We just don't know when, and by then he could have aged quite a lot. But still a very good unit. Easy A Turles is still pretty good, but he has aged quite a lot since he did release. So again, does bring the overall value down. I'd probably say avoid this one. And the same can be said for Cell, Easy A Future Gohan, and also the 19 and Jiro. These are still pretty good, especially if you have dupes and do work really well on androids, kind of heavily focused and influenced teams. Fizz Cell's still pretty decent as well, but again has aged quite a bit. Future Gohan's not bad, but when you compare even like this one here, the value doesn't really match up as much. So I'd say that one immediately is better value for money, better value for stones. Then we have the Trunks and Mai, who realistically, who's using them? I don't think I've seen anyone use them aside from like when there is like an android category enemy, which is mainly for like what, maybe red ribbon, red zone, and then like Super Battle Road or ESBR. VB's pretty good. This guy, I actually do like his Easy A, but he's definitely got on quite a bit, and it's not like you're going to be taking him into red zone or the new Shadow Dragon event anytime soon. The value's okay for this one. It's okay. And then we have the GT trio with the full power straightforward Goku and the Trunks and Giru. Now, if you have Pan and you're missing a lot of the units that go with them, this might actually not be too bad a value for you. GT trio is still pretty good. Don't get me wrong, it's just you're very limited on where you use them, like on Dragon Ball Seekers and was it Bond of Friendship, whatever the category's called. All Battle Stage 4 Goku's still really good. He can really hold his own still in Red Zone. Of course, works really well with the likes of Easy SJ4 Gogeta. You also have the Year 7 LRs, or specifically the SSJ4s, which of course have been not only revitalized because of the counter change they made on Dokkan like a month or so ago, but also at the end of November, beginning of December is when we're going to get our Tanabata celebration, and the LR SSJ4 Goku will drop, who he can work really well with on that team as well. So there's been a little bit of influx of value into this one. And then also Trunks and Giru do work really well with not only GT heroes, but again, if you are, if you do have Dokkan Fest Pan, I'd only say really pick this one up if you are having the units, or you do already have the units that these guys can benefit with being around. And even then, we are still waiting for the LRS4 Goku to actually come out on Global. So there is potential value in the future for you as well. Moving on, we do have Full Power Frieza, basically the Namek set. This one, just avoid this guy. Don't get me wrong, when he disferred from Frieza when he dropped, it was really good and really fun to use. Yeah, unfortunately not anymore. His EZA, we don't even talk about his EZA, and don't get me wrong, Full Power Frieza's EZA is not bad, but there's so many better units you can use where he goes that it's just not really worth the pickup, especially for 3 of these, which is quite spenny. Then underneath it, we probably have the best value for money you could go for, and one I would highly advise for like my #1 pick, and that is the Movie Heroes pack. This contains Gums, this contains the Transforming Gogeta Blue, and one of the best sidebar units in the game, the Movie Heroes Piccolo. Gums is literally about to get his EZA in like a few days, because we've already got part 2 teasers within the news on Global, and his EZA is solid. Don't get me wrong, he's not ridiculous, but he's very good. Per key sphere obtained, or rainbow key sphere obtained, he does pick up, 7% crit chance, 7% damage reduction, which, you pick up enough rainbow key spheres, which he is his own rainbow orb changer. You're looking at like a 35% chance to crit, 35% chance of damage reduction, or 35% damage reduction. And that's on top of the fact of you're raising your attack and defense by 50% on 18 key, and also 12 key. He's a bit of an older unit. Picking up this pack may give you a dupe or an extra dupe in him. He could additional, that's another 50% attack and defense raise, so he can do some good damage. He's very solid defensively. As I said, he's his own orb changer. He gets an extra key +2 by picking up rainbow key spheres, which again, he's his own rainbow orb changer. And he's a Super Saiyan Goku unit. He's very, very easy to link and goes on a lot of the typical categories and better categories in the game. And then you have Gogeta Blue, who's literally one of my favorite EZAs of all time, and it still holds up to this day, even though he's aged a little bit. Once you get the Gogeta Blue fusion out, not only is he also going to work really well with the Year 5 EZAs, which of course are coming in part 3, Gogeta Blue and VB, he also really works well with other units we already have on Movie Heroes teams, like, Gums. When his EZA drops, there's also going to be the likes of the Bird Coup. You've got the Year 7 LR Gods as well, Tech God Goku. He works well with a bunch of units. You've got that 70% chance to dodge. You've got that guaranteed crit, which means he's always doing a bag of damage. He raises his attack and defense by 50% for like 4 or 5 turns. So his damage gets to pretty decent lengths, and his defense is in a pretty good spot as well, while again having that 70% chance to dodge. Then you have Movie Heroes Piccolo, who's still one of the best sidebound units in the game. We're surrounded by Movie Heroes, which recently has only kind of died down in terms of the buffs, but has been buffed for the last year. You have the Year 7 LR Gods, Tech God Goku. You have Beast Han, even though he's kind of, or Beastless Han, who's kind of memed a little bit, but while removing expectation, solid unit. I said Orange Piccolo, there's a bag of amazing Movie Hero units. You have the Gammas, and it's only going to get better and better, and it's only going to continue being buffed for probably the majority of time. But he's still a very, very good unit, and if you do not have him, this pack is very good at picking him up for, because of course you're guaranteed. But this one, as I said, would have to be my #1 pick. There is so much value here, and the units are so good. And I'm not gonna lie, after the Movie Heroes one, we start to kind of dip off a little bit. I mean, their EZA, not bad. His EZA is pretty solid. Don't really see you using Strength Broly too much. He needs an EZA, and so does he. I mean, if you're a whale and you're able to just kind of have a lot of disposable income on Dokkan and you're like, you really want these guys, or you're like in prep for an EZA, I mean, go for it, but we don't know what their EZAs are going to be yet, let alone how their current form is, which is these two are not in a very good spot, especially transforming Goku Black. He's probably one of the worst Dokkan Fests we've ever got. Then you have this pack here, well, transforming, EZA transforming Cooler, great. Vegeta and Nappa is like one of the worst LRs we got. So like, immediately, the fact this is worth 3, yeah, I feel like take Cooler out. This should have been a 2-stone one, because yeah, the value's not there. Strength UI needs an EZA. Transforming SSB, in terms of his EZA, is not too bad. Boo, yeah, kind of a no-go at this point. Gira needs an EZA. Int UI's EZA is still kind of solid. Doesn't really make it into teams when it comes to difficult content nowadays. Then we have this one. One of the most underwhelming lackluster EZAs I think we've ever gotten. Honestly, that Fizz Super Vegito, just I don't know what they were thinking. So yeah, no, you do not want to be spending your reward money on this one. Let me tell you that. And then this one here is, these two are terrible. These guys need EZAs, and he's decent. He's decent. Now we get into the 2-stone packs, which again, I would only say buy these if you're going to combine a 2-stone with a 1-stone, or there's like a 2-stone pack, or even maybe just a 1-stone pack if you buy it once. If there's a unit you really need, a unit you really want, and a unit you're missing. So if I was going to say pick anyone up from like the 1-stone pack who you may not have, I mean, these units are so old, I would say like completely skip them altogether. But if you're missing any of these and you really want them, or maybe you kind of have a lot more of these more recent units, you know, and you kind of don't need them, then I would say easily pick up the one you're missing. That's literally just the easiest thing to do. In terms of best value, I mean, maybe like Cooler. Actually, no, Super 17 is still a solid unit who works well on Android categories. I actually tell a lie. He's actually still pretty good if you want to pick him up, if you still don't have him. In terms of like 2-stone packs, God Goku in here with Tech God Goku, really good pickup. Maybe if you're not going to go the extra, you know, mile, spend the extra money to get the 3 premium stones. If you're going for a 2, definitely pick this one up. His EZA is very good. Yes, would I have preferred 70% chance to dodge? 100%, especially when that drops after what, turn 10 or 11, he loses a lot of his buffs. But you're never going to be that deep into it anyway, and by the time you get to turn 10, or after turn 10, turn 11 onwards, you're pretty much wrapping up the fight. So he's fine. He's a very good EZA. Tech God Goku is still one of the best EZAs in the game, especially when you're dealing with, or specifically dealing with, movie bosses and also pure Saiyans. So if you're going to go for 2, this one's definitely up there. If you're going to go for like a 2 and a 1, again, grab these 2 and then pick up like one of these that you're missing. Or, as I said, my main pick for like a 1, especially if you don't have him, is definitely Super 17. In terms of the rest of them, this is actually a decent pickup. I can't lie to you. While their EZA for LRK and Caulifla, which should probably be here next month, because Dokkan Fest Kale is probably going to be the EZA we get, or sorry, not EZA, but the Dokkan Fest we get in between the end of the anniversary and then worldwide. But even so, we know Dokkan Fest Kale is coming, we know LRK and Caulifla's EZA comes in their celebration. While they don't change too much on them, they still work very well with the minimal changes they have. They're still very good, and they work really well with Kale. So if you're interested in getting Dokkan Fest Kale, then this pack might be pretty decent for you, especially picking up this Dokkan Fest, this Tech Caulifla as well, who's still pretty good. So in terms of the rest of them, outside of God Goku and Tech God Goku and the Kale and Caulifla and the base Kale, not Kale, Caulifla, always get them confused here and there, I don't really see too much value here. Yeah, no, the two premium stone packs aren't that great. Like, these guys are just too old at this point. This guy, to be fair, this guy needs an EZA. He's one of the only units here that don't have an EZA. So, I mean, if you really want SSJ3 Goku that much, you don't have him. Could be a solid pickup. Beerus EZA is actually pretty good, but his side EZA is kind of meh. So, kind of, do you want to spend 2 stones on that? But yeah, as I said, the main value, as I said, will come from these two, because their EZA is very good, even though there's minimal change, and also works good with Dokkan Fest Kale. She's also still pretty good as well, base Caulifla. And as I said, these two are still very good EZAs. So that's probably my opinion for the 2-stone packs. And then the 1-stone ones, I said, just pick up the ones you don't have if you are going to get it once, or if you're going to pick up like 2 and then a 1. But yeah, if you're going to go for the full-blown 3, I mean, you could get a 2 and a 1, but I personally wouldn't. I would say if you need them, then definitely pick up the movie hero packs of Gums, Gogeta Blue, and the movie heroes Piccolo. But yeah, other than that, can't really go too wrong about the suggestions I've given you, aside from maybe if you do have the majority of these, just pick up the ones you don't have, and then you can't really go wrong. And then of course you have what, like 88 stones, or if you do buy it more than once, you have multiple stones to go summon on the 8th anniversary banners. So hopefully this video was helpful to you. As I said, if it is, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and let me know down in the comments what ones you decided to pick up. But take care, have a good rest of your day, guys, and push.